I'm glad you're here. We're going to go ahead and start right away on our mats. So if you haven't grabbed your mat yet, go ahead. Maybe grab a prop, pillow or blanket. You may have a block or a form of mechanism that can upholster you a little bit as we move into our flow today. So we're going to start right away from here. We're going to find our breath. So get in a nice, comfortable seated position. Maybe it's Sukhasana, or maybe it's Hero Pose, where you're sitting on the tops of your knees and your feet. Whichever feels more comfortable to you in the moment. You can also, if it feels more accessible, to have a blanket under your hips to give you a little bit more leverage today. That's perfectly okay. This practice is about finding something that makes you feel comfortable in your skin and in your body, and also to find expansion and a little bit of growth in our practice today. So, and this is Bentley. He's my support doggy and my best friend, and he's going to help us through these practices, okay? So, as we begin, we're going to find a nut. We have a visitor here. Oh, this is Luna. She also wanted to say hello real quick. Pardon me, y'all. So let's breathe. Take a breath in, nice and long spine, and breathe out, relax the shoulders. Take another deep breath in, find length in the spine, awareness from the top to the base. That one long line, exhale, relax the shoulders a little more, maybe give your shoulders a little wiggle, just a little loosening. Once more, breathe in, and then feel it in the chest lift, and exhale, let it go. Awesome. We're going to lift our hands into the sky, breathe in, and we're just going to let it go. And we're going to do that once more. We're going to breathe in, reach up, 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 and just let it fly down. Good. And where your hands land, find a groundedness about where you are. Press into the fingertips and the wrist, find an external rotation in those upper arm bones, and drop the head forward. Inhale, lift a little to the left. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale to the right. Find your right ear reaching to your right shoulder. Your right shoulder reaches down. Exhale, roll forward. Inhale to the left. Find that extension on the right side of your neck, reaching up and over. Lower your left shoulder and reach that left ear towards it. Breathe in here. Exhale, lower your head down, and inhale to go back up. Awesome. Again, we're going to lift our hands. So reach up and exhale slowly. Drop your left hand, and we're going to reach our right arm over, up and over. Find extension on that right side body. Inhale. Maybe you can look at your hand, find that length in the back of the neck. And then we're going to exhale, round it forward. See this transition? All pets aside. We're going to continue that walk of the hands over to the right side. Drop your right hand to the mat and reach up and over, spiraling your heart up towards the sky. Inhale, grounding with your left glute to the floor or mat, and then exhale, cartwheel back to center. Let's rock. We're going to meet in tabletop position. It's always awesome to have pets to come visit with us. We're going to do cat-cow first. Palms under the shoulders, knees under the hip points. Nice and square, parallel. Drop the belly, inhale. Crown to the sky, hips to the sky. exhale, cat pose. Navel to spine, curl it out. Bring crown of the head, reach to the ground, ground through to the floor with the tops of your foot. Inhale, as you push away from the mat, lift the crown, the hips, drop the belly. Inhale, deep. Exhale, round it through. Chin to chest, tailbone reaches down to face the mat, pressing away from the mat, feeling that opening in the back and navel to spine. Inhale, back again. Look up. Maybe you want to get a little curious here. You could look around, bump your right hip to the right, look to the right. And then maybe you want to bump your hip to the left, look to the left, get off these railroad tracks. Or maybe you could stay back on these tracks. That is where you are today. But feel welcome in any position where you are that is comfortable and safe to you. That is our goal always for our practice. Safety, safety, safety. Okay, so exhale, we're going around it through again. Empty, 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 out that air. And inhale back to center. We're going to do some centering moves to help us ground in our practice. Remember that focus that I said earlier about focusing your fingertips and your knuckles to the mat. Open up those fingers while you're here in tabletop position. And to make sure you're nice and where you need to be, we're going to do a little rotation forward and around. Now, if you feel any strain while you're doing this kind of rotation, and this really should feel good to the wrist, try to back off just a little bit, and that is okay. You know, as we carry ourselves day to day, we may not feel exactly how we want to feel. However, we do get to decide what we can do with where we are. So you can back up if you need to. No reason to get injured. Just feel yourself move through the breath. If you haven't already, maybe consider rotating the other direction. Maybe if you want to flip your wrists over with fingers facing towards the body, but if you're not feeling it, that is okay as well. This is your practice. Nice and slow with the breath. Great. We're going to find that groundedness, ground through the tops of the feet, press in with your palms away from the mat, and we're going to reach out with a right hand. Pinky towards the ground, thumb up to the sky, and exhale, plug in that shoulder, like you're about to shake someone's hand. Make sure that arm is parallel with where your ear is, and then as you exhale, reach out that left foot. Your toes are under, and inhale, lift it up. Nice, strong and controlled through the navel, bring it to the spine. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, curl it through. Knee to nose. Inhale, reach out. Extension. Up, up, up. And exhale, round it through once more. We're going to go one more time. Inhale, reach. Up. Finger spread. And exhale back to center. All right, well, you know what that means. We get to do the other side. So plant through the right palm on the right side of the mat, and with your knees under your hips. Make sure your hips are also squared. They're not going bump in the night. Hey-oh. We're going to extend our left hand outward and bring it up to our ears. Plug it into your shoulders as you exhale. Inhale, extend that right foot. Toes under. Inhale once more and lift on extension, that length in the back. And exhale, curl it through. Knees to the nose. Curl through the back of the spine, navel to spine. Extend, reach out. With fingers and toes. Make sure your hip flexor is kind of rotating inward, like your toes are kind of going to turn down towards the ground if they're not already. Exhale, curve it through. Inhale, reach. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle those fingers and toes and release. Good. Next up, we're going to widen our knees to the back of the mat. We're going to go into our child's pose. Now this will be a bit more of a yin kind of practice today to recharge us, to get us invigorated for another day, but we're going to do a little recharge session. So take 10, yes I said it, 10 nice long deep breaths. And as you find your breath here, find your palms nice and glued to the mat. Your fingertips your fingertips are focused in. Find that fleshy part between your thumb and your pointer finger and really emphasize that. Let your heart melt down as you breathe. Breathe into the belly. And find expansion in the back. And exhale. Heart continues to melt forward. Your forehead may touch the mat. Try to find a little integrity in the back body by focusing the tailbone down towards your feet. Find that groundedness. Imagine yourself like a turtle and your spine being your shell, protecting you. Kind of domes as you hollow out that navel space as you exhale. Breathe in nice and deep. Find the expansion in the back body, maybe the neck. And exhale. Let it go. Find release. Inhale. Nice and deep. Exhale. It's good to follow your own pace as well. You're not required to follow my video exactly how it is. This is your practice. To each their own. To each their own unique circumstances, their own body. You can even just sit and listen to the video and just be like, wow, look at those animals. Nah, but it's always good to take time in your day for you to let go of your stuff on your to-do list. And your next breath in, take in your day, and as you exhale, let it go with love. This is your time. Let that to-do list go. Inhale in. Find length in that back body, and exhale. We got 2 more breaths in. Breathe in deep. Find stillness. Breathe in. Exhale. All right, as you breathe in, slowly walk yourself back up. Bring your knees together. Bring your toes under your feet. Arms out and palms reach out. Ground with your hands and peel your hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Give your dog a little walk here. You deserve it. Alright, so actually we're going to do something a little different here. Instead of typical sun sow, we're going to exhale, bring your knees back in. Now we're going to inhale, hips back up to the sky. Hips up, find that energy reaching up through the back hamstrings and up through your back body. Exhale, knees in. And we're going to go all the way down to child's pose. Funny how life happens that way. Inhale, go reach forward, toes under, hips up and back. Ooh, we got ourselves a downward facing dog. Remember, to take your wrist into your mind right here, to ground down with your knuckles and your fingertips to take that wrist tension out, and rotate with your upper arm bone so your elbow flexors here are shining forward. Exhale, down to our knees, toes go back out, and our tops of our feet, we bring our hips back. Child's pose. Once more, we're going to inhale, and then we're going to bring our hips back to down dog. Oh. Okay, find some stillness here. 3 breaths in this down dog. Find a little inner peace here. I'm going to look to the left maybe a second, and then to the right. Inhale, bring your right foot up and then your left to meet. You can go to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length through the back of the neck. Nice, long, beautiful neck, folks. Exhale, let it go. Tailbones down, and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, we're going to meet in mountain pose. Take your time. Really be meticulous to where your shoulders land, and you ask yourselves, when you want to make certain movements to adjust at this point, is it really something that you find necessary? Can we sit with it? That's a good question. Breathe and reach your hands forward, up and back. Extend and exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, arms down to prayer. Now we're going to interlace our fingers from behind us. Reach them down and back. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold. And your feet could stay together or apart. Mine are kind of close together today. But again, each their own. If you're not right there, you could be up here. They're all in different places. And let go with the head and neck. Find release. Continuing that reach. Shake a little bit, yes, no. Inhale, ground with the bottom 2 corners of the feet. Well, there's 4 corners, back 2 corners. And reach down and up with the chest. Exhale, let go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach to the sky. Wiggle those fingers. Exhale, hand to heart. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, back. Hands behind your back. Opposite finger over top, which might feel a little funky, but this is why we want to get experience in all angles. So inhale, breathe in, chest up, crown to the sky. Exhale, fold through the waist. And extend your arms down and back. Inhale, pull with your arms back and lift your chest up and maybe look up into the sky. Inhale. Exhale, let your arms go. All right, inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to lower ourselves down to our bellies. Inhale, lift cobra. Remember, palms close to you, elbows close to you. Inhale again, cobra. One more time. After this, and then exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Maybe find a length, let that heart radiate. Exhale, fold. Bring your toes under. You can inhale to all fours or to plank. Then we exhale and all meet to downward facing dog. This time we're going to bring our palms up to our feet. We're going backwards, back in time. Got a little, I'm sharing that with you. We're going to find a little bit of extension through our back body by really focusing on this fold. Our back is flowing over, and we exhale and extend our that muscles and find really release here. Take a deep breath in. Maybe you can bring your arm or elbows to meet your palms, go left to right. Inhale halfway in, lift, exhale, fold. And inhale, reach, 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 grow, grow, grow like a tree or a stalk of corn. Would that not be amazing? And as you exhale, bring your shoulders down to relax. Bring your arms down to your heart. Okay, we're going to do a little tree pose here. We are going to go meet right here in the center of our mat. Ground down through that left foot. Maybe you could lift up to your toes on this side. Externally rotate that right leg and really ground down with this left one. And so some might be either here or up here, but if you're all the way over here, that's perfectly awesome. We are here in this practice together. We're going to find a little balance today. So slowly bring yourself into tree pose. Really tuck into this left hand side hip. And once you get situated and grounded, and yes, I'm not going to claim perfection here, but I'm going to suggest you finding a focal point. Rotate that hip out and really focus on this inner thigh meeting your foot. Really focus on kind of just squishing them together. You may find yourself with your hands at your heart, or maybe with your palms open. You can extend outward. You can do Texas T or football, American football field post. You can extend to the sky. You can have a little micro bend in that knee. There's no requirement to lock that in, and it's not necessarily good for long periods anyway. So if you're not like me, you can slowly put your foot down. But if you're like me and had a little bit of a fall and might have met your cat on the mat, you know what curiosity tends to do. But anyways, as we reach the peak of our practice, we're going to do the other side. But not until we give ourselves a little shake. Give that left leg a shake. You deserve it. Okay, right hand side. Going to ground down with the right foot, 4 corners, 2 in the back heel, 1 on the top left below the left toe, and on the right below the right side pinky toe. Maybe you want to get on your left toes here, maybe you're here, maybe you're here, or maybe you're up here. But you know what? I'm thinking right here, but avoid the knee area. You do not want that to be pushed out like that. You want that to be down here. If you can't make it up here, it's always best to try here. But sometimes you may find yourself able to get on up here. This is a no shame practice. This is for you to enjoy yourself and your time on your mat and to find these sweet moments of joy and growth that we didn't realize was there before. But taking a little bit of time to know your body really goes a long way. While you're here, Kung Fu fighting, you can extend outwards, keep your hands on your hips, keep that focal point. If you fall, we will catch you. Just meet us back here. One thing of advice that I can give, if anything, you miss 100% of the opportunities that you do not try. And even the ones that you may seem to fail with, there's something to learn about it. How will that help you grow? So let's grow together, y'all. Reach up to the sky and slowly bring your foot back down to the mat. Excellent. We'll shake your legs, shake our palms. And we're going to meet back on our mat like this. We're going to kind of stand in the center, maybe spill your toes off the edges of your mat, like by rotating them outward. Slowly, but don't allow your knees to extend over. Bring your hands to heart and lower the hips. The knees go out. But really focus in on that tailbone reaching towards the ground. You're going to hear bells and whistles. You're going to find resistance at a point where we're going to keep lowering. And we've got to maintain that heart space opening. Breathe through it, through the belly and the heart. Lower through the hips. A little more. Be diligent. Keep grounded with the 4 corners of the feet. Don't allow yourself to cave into yourself. If you need to back off, that's fine, but if you can, dig a little deeper. We're going to meet in Froggy Pose. This is one of my personal favorites. So your tailbone reaches to the ground. We meet here. Now you might be trying to balance, so if you can extend it, that's fine. Maybe your feet are farther apart, maybe they're closer together. Find a little opposition in your arms versus your hips and legs. Really press against one another. And keep that length in the spine. Heart open. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe, if you're there, maybe you can work a little bit of crow pose. So toes up to the ground, heels up, and you might. Now if you're meeting Froggy Pose. I will confess that my phone ran out of space. I'm starting from scratch, so here we go. Well, not scratch, but So to get out of this pose, we can roll back, bring our palms behind us, slowly extend our legs. Windshield wiper our feet. We're going to do a little up and over, so Bring your toes, reach towards the face, up, and blanket over, tummy over the hips. Belly. I'll have to create space for you soon, huh? Up and over. If you're not quite there, if you're over here, don't just, this is a place to find encouragement instead of discouragement. I believe if you want to make it down here, you will one day. If you really want to commit to a practice where you can get your movement and stretching on, and tending to your body every single day. But if you aren't there yet and you're up here, that's okay. Have a little faith, find your breath, and use that to guide you. And eventually you'll make, miraculous things happen. So, inhale, have faith in you, and exhale, fold a little deeper. The best advice I can give is guide forward with your heart as you inhale. And exhale, you can find that little fold. And stay here for 3 breaths. Relax the neck over, then head over if you haven't already. Keep your feet active. And if your legs kind of bend up, maybe you can get a little back. It's okay to step back. It is wonderful to step back because we can reevaluate where we are and find a truer sense of moving forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward. Inhale, walk yourself back up. Oh, isn't that joyous? Okay, so we are going to do sideway bend, angle bend. We're going to bring our left heel into our pelvis. Top of it, maybe under the mat. Now you could be up here, but where your right leg is still extended, toes pointing towards you. You inhale up, rotate to the right, your torso, so your chest is, it will fold over your legs. So inhale, you bring your chest over to your leg, and you fold. And again, you could be up here, you can be over here. That's wonderful. We are all on our own journey. You made it to the mat. That's the hardest part. Some days. Sometimes it might seem easier, but we are all here. That's so wonderful. So wonderful. Y'all are wonderful. Seriously. You're taking time for you. That's so cool. These poses really help relieve anxiety too. They work in a way that kind of redirects how the chemicals move in the body. Yep, I said chemicals because we got some in our bodies, especially if you take those riboflavins. Not trying to call out people who take riboflavin. That's the first thing I can think of. Practicing honesty today, every day, especially with ourselves on the mat. Find peace. Inhale, the other side. Rotate your torso over to the left, fold over. Now, respect your body and where it is. I encourage you to focus on the breath. Breathe in through the navel. Exhale through the navel. When in doubt, always come back to the breath. And if you want to pull a block here and kind of use that, that's great as well. That's why it's there. Everyone's at a different place. Not everybody is the same. And if you feel like you can't understand your body or understand other bodies, it's always a good opportunity to find it by taking time for yourself on the map. Okay, so let's find stillness. Let's do 2 more deep breaths. To really fold and find peace. Inhale, slowly walk yourself up with your hands. And we're going to bring our hips back, bring our feet wide, and windshield wiper, which feel really good in the hips. Awesome. I'm going to do the side one, the central one. Both legs out, reach up to the sky. Maybe you want to grab your lock and then fold. Now we might be all the way down here. We may be up here, but use the breath to guide you. Really plug in those hips. Good. With the heart, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Toes erect. Gently. Come here, sweetie. We must practice nonviolence. Ahimsa. Or is it Satya? It's Satya. I'm pretty sure it's prefer to namas and niyamas. Okay. As you go back up, you inhale. Let's meet in plow pose. Or butterfly pose. Oh, this is cobbler pose, not plow. Sorry. Extend out. Like you're reading a book, you're looking at your feet gently. Okay. Well, one thing I also love about yoga is allowing just accepting what it is, where you are. We get a choice all the time to accept or deny what the real deal is. I accept my situation. I accept that I'm in a beautiful place in my life with opportunity, even through very interesting circumstances. But you know, we all have this chance to take this as an opportunity for ourselves. We're going to all meet on our backs, but how we do so, it's going to be a little bit more fun if you are able. Grab onto the back of the legs, give it a little pat, hold on, roll back. Now that might not feel so organic for everyone, but if you're a bit more experienced, well, not even very experienced, but you should be able to find this after the first or second try. But it gives an amazing back rub. I'm telling you. Find yourself on your mat. We're going to start by lowering all our legs to the ground. And we're going to do one more pose before we go into Shavasana, and that is bridge. We are to put our palms face down to our sides, bring our knees up, and inhale, lift the hips slowly, slowly, and bring your tailbone as if it's reaching to your kneecaps. And your hip flexors shine to the sky. Snuggle your shoulder blades in, lengthen down through your arms, and meet. Fingers interlace. If you're not there, your hands are right here, that's fine. Really focus in bringing in energy into your inner thighs as well. Like they want to close and they're holding an imaginary box. Find your breath. Inhale, exhale, release, nice and slow, roll down, down, down to your mat. Inhale, slowly, tailbone curls up towards the sky, reaches up towards the kneecaps. And slowly, vertebra by vertebra, you roll your hips up, they shine towards the sky. Shoulder blades snuggle in, either on a mat or interlace. Let's go for the other side if you haven't already. Find that little weird situation going on. Find something new. Release, exhale, yes. And walk yourself, your toes all the way back down. Maybe you want to grab your blanket here, put it under your legs or your head. Or your pillow, bring that under your head. I'm going to use my prop 9 here. I'm grateful for this moment, this practice. For a little bit, we're going to focus on our breath. Put your left hand on your belly and your right on your heart. Inhale through the belly, and then the heart. Exhale through the belly, and the heart. Inhale through the belly, and the heart. Exhale with the belly. We're going to do this a little loud. We're going to exhale with the lion's breath. So here we go. Inhale with the belly and the heart. And as we exhale with the lion's breath, our tongues go out, our eyes open wide, and we make a sound. All right, another lion's breath. Inhale through the belly, nice and big. And the heart. Lion's breath, go. Find some joy in your day. Inhale deep through the belly and the heart, and then a nice tame breath through the nose. Like you're hearing the ocean. Inhale deep. And nice exhale. Now when you close your eyes, open your palms up as wide as they want to be, or as close to the body as you like. Hips are nice and comfortable. Legs flush out completely to the mat or beyond. Take this moment and find your breath, nice and steady, going back to normal. And observe a moment of stillness. continue breathing, and we bring awareness to our body for where we are after this journey today. Where are we? How did we feel? Well, let's take this opportunity to observe. Take that role of observer today and observe without judgment where your body is today. Observe your toes as we continue to breathe, your heels, the ball of the feet, tops of the feet, the ankles, the legs, the shins, the thighs, the kneecaps, the knee creases in the back of the leg, the hips, lower back, sacrum, organs, our belly, our navel, chest, shoulders, biceps, triceps, wrists, forearms, palms, continuing to breathe deep, fingers, fingertips, fingernails, toenails, knuckles, back of the hand, going up to the neck. And as we go forward, we focus completely on relaxing these parts of the body, like the jaw, relax. Let your tongue, if it's touching the roof of your mouth, relax and let go. The cheeks, the ears, the back of the head, the neck, the eyes, the nose, and everything in between. Eyebrows, your forehead, your hair, your head, scalp, the crown. And as we reach to the top of our body, we stand all the way down for everything what it is without judgment, but merely observing where we are. Take a deep inhale. Find light in your practice, in your body. And exhale, share that light with the world. Inhale, breathe in lots of love. And let it free to the world. Now take this time to find stillness. And just continue to breathe for the next couple of minutes at your own pace. You've met your mat, and it's meeting you. It's rising up to meet you, supporting you entirely. And find joy and peace the next couple of moments. Breathing as you feel comfortable. Back to natural rhythm. clouds come up. Let the picture in and then picture out. Like they're flowing away with the river. The stream goes on and on and on. Notice how you feel and what you think about. And let it go with each passing moment. Slowly rotate to one side. If you're not on a pillow, you can use your arm as a little pillow. And roll ourselves back up to sitting. And we're going to meet in Shavasana or Sukhasana, hands to heart. Bring our hands to our forehead so we think wisely and make mindful decisions. To our lips, so we speak truth. And so we're mindful about what we say to others. Speak with intent. Into our hearts, where we speak the truest form of love and sharing our hearts with the world, being vulnerable and free from negativity and things that might not really matter, but you all matter. This world matters, and I am delighted to be in this world. So I bow down, seeing the lighting beauty in you, sharing this journey with you, and you seeing this beauty and light in me. I bow and say, Namaste. Thank you for coming. I am excited to share this with you. And it's a blessing to be here. I can't wait till the next time. Till then.